Crypto continues to chop at these critical levels, and we are looking for price to bounce very soon. So on today's show, we will assess what that looks like and what that means for the rest of the altcoin market, because now is the opportunity to be paying attention. Now is not the time to get complacent and walk away from the market. So stay tuned till the very end of the show. Smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll get straight into the show. If you look over here on Banter Bubbles, very choppy on the hourly. Just before the show, all of these were red, and now suddenly they're all green again, right? So of course the market is digesting the massive move that we recently had, more specifically on Ethereum, and consequently it's trying to place, well, where are we at within the cycle? Where are we at in terms of moving into the altcoin cycle? You know, the usual flow of money with crypto is Bitcoin runs first, then it's Ethereum, then it's the large caps, then the mid caps, and then finally the low caps. With this cycle, it's been a little bit different in the sense that we had first was Bitcoin, then was low cap meme coins, and now is Ethereum. So a little bit of a different picture, but this is ultimately what we're looking at in the very short term. Price has broken that diagonal that been governing price towards the downside, big move towards the upside, pulling back into the inefficiency candle right now, and I'm expecting anywhere around here to get a little bit of a bounce for the market and have price moving onwards and upwards. If you look at this chart over here, this is something that we haven't seen actually ever when it comes to the USDT, so the tether dominance on the market cap chart over here, and that's ultimately where you're getting a death cross between the 200 and the 20 MA, where the 20 MA is crossed below the 200. The dominance is pushed up into that exact level and now started to reject. So when the stablecoin market goes down, usually that's where crypto goes up, right? Because that money is flowing from the stablecoin market into the overall crypto market, and you expect a big move up. Not only that, but you also have Tether coming out and printing $1 billion worth of Tether tokens, and every time they mint, that creates our own little form of quantitative easing. You have liquidity in the crypto market continuing to go up, so all signs suggest that we should have continuation onwards and upwards, with that stochastic RSI about to reclaim the very critical level, being the 20 mark is the green dash line that's running horizontally across the screen over here. We're about to get above that, and that opens up the possibility that Bitcoin will continue to maintain this parabola, right? Here's the parabola. Of course, we hit that level over there, we hit this level over here, and then we hit this level over here, and now we're coming in for the next level of support, which has already started to bounce off. So we're looking at continuation onwards and upwards. Now, last week we covered, you know, what were the main levels to clear, which we significantly got back above, and we cleared and held above that mid-range level. Now the next level to clear, of course, will be that $73,500 zone, which will take us into all-time highs. The other level that we need to watch is the defense of the $69,000 level for Bitcoin. And what I like to see over here is when you have these corrective phases within the market, you expect that to happen in the presence of low volume, right? Volume declining towards the downside, which is what we've seen, right? We've seen those histogram bars moving down on volume while price is moving up, and once price starts to cross into all-time highs, that shows when new volume comes into the market, there's enough momentum to catapult prices higher. So let's smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe, guys. It really helps to get the show content out there, and then we will get through to where those pullback levels could be and what to expect next for the rest of the market. So Bitcoin is still range bound, right? At the end of the day, it's range bound. We said what happens is typically you sweep one side of the range and then you're going to sweep the other side of the range. So we're still waiting for that sweep, which means that theoretically your bias should be bullish. Any pullbacks that happen from this point onwards become buy the dip opportunities. Prices above the pivot level, the mid-range level, the 200 EMA on the 1 hour, 200 EMA on the 2 hour time frame, and your 9 and 18 exponential moving average, which means that you have a massive cluster of support falling within this region over here, and we'll change that to yellow. So this is super strong support. Now, I don't necessarily think that you'll come that low, but even if you do, so long as you stay above this big expansive candle that we had on Monday, so long as you stay below the Monday open, that's relatively bullish, right? You expect that to hold the support and you expect to have continuation. So if you see something like this, let's just quickly do that again. If you see something like this where price pulls into this region, that becomes a buy the dip opportunity, and then your next target should be a sweep of the highs. Okay, moving on over here, you can see the open interest is fully reset, which is an incredibly healthy sign. We're now waiting and observing as price starts to find support. Will the open interest shoot up? Will spot and leverage traders also increase with price? That's the expectation. So all that we're seeing is by looking at the open interest over here, which flushed towards the downside, we are seeing this as a healthy reset within the market, and it is looking relatively good. That should bring newfound interest within the market, and then we'll see volume come back in as well. You still have the funding rates, which are pretty neutral over here, so nothing is skewed towards the overly positive side, meaning that things are getting overheated. It's still looking very, very healthy for continuation. Here's your Bitcoin chart. So again, lining up with that 50-day moving average is going to be coming back into the mid-range level, and that is going to be a deeper correction. I don't even necessarily think that we'll get there. I think that there's a good chance right where price is over here, you're going to see that as the high low, and then we're going to reclaim the range high, and then you're going to have expansion. Now, what about Ethereum? Well, Ethereum, because it had a much bigger move, this can come a whole lot deeper, right? You can see the BBWP on the bottom is showing overheated, right? Extreme red reads, which means that you could still theoretically come all the way down like that. I'll show you a little bit of a better picture on the daily time frame, but expect that. But this is all bringing one massive notable change, and that being the Bitcoin dominance chart. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, it has been in a rising wedge, right? A rising wedge over here, which ultimately is a bearish pattern. Bearish for Bitcoin dominance means bullish for the altcoin sector, because when Bitcoin dominance breaks down, altcoins rally much harder, and that's why you see things like Ethereum outperforming in the very, very short term, right? The recent outperformance in Ethereum is what caused this Bitcoin dominance candle moving towards the downside. Now we're very, very close to breaking below that level, and that means if we break below the yellow box over here as well, now you're losing a key horizontal zone, and you're breaking that range level down, and then you really could be in for a major shift in momentum. We can also see the bearish divergence which is currently taking place with the RSI, which has been moving towards the downside. Price has been moving towards the upside, and you got yet another trend rejection on the RSI, which could break this price action down. Now, where things get really bullish for altcoins is when you see this break below these candles over here, which is 52, right? So first we need to see a shift in momentum, a break like that, a rejection from 55 again, and then probably will you start to follow the downward trajectory on Bitcoin dominance, which on a chart would look something like this as per the arrows. That's what we've been focusing on over here. It's just a question of what comes first, whether we break down from this level first, or do we actually push up into the 60 to 62% region. At the end of the day, there's been a massive repricing in the probability of the ETH ETF being approved. Many prominent players now believe that the ETH ETF is literally going to get improved this week. At the moment, we're sitting at a 65% chance, whereas literally just a couple of days ago, we were sitting at a 10% chance. So all in all, this is based on Polymarket, where people go and bet. So you can't use this as gospel, right? It's just a betting site that gives us a little bit of insight into what some market participants may be thinking. So with that being said, yesterday's massive volume candle that we had on Ethereum and the day before, actually Ethereum did more volume than Bitcoin, right, in the entire day, which is pretty unheard of. That's on the perpetuals, $30 billion in volume versus 27 in Bitcoin, right? So it's 30 billion in Ethereum versus 27 in Bitcoin. Now, simply what that means is that creates a massive inefficiency candle, and you expect price to take time to digest that. Again, the levels that can maintain for Ethereum is as long as Ethereum is holding above this 33 to 3400 area, which is going to be on mid-range in the yellow zone, that becomes a buy the dip opportunity, and then you're looking for continuation. So your expectation would then be something like this, right? You're looking for something like that. That's where you'd want to bid. Now we want to see this in order to be very bullish on Ethereum. You also want to see this continue to push up, right? And this being the ETH BTC chart, which likewise has produced a massive inefficiency candle, pushing price towards the upside. The key level to reclaim is this white line over here at 0.0557. Now, some people believe that, you know, one of the best trades that you can take right now is to short Bitcoin and long Ethereum, right? That would basically be the same thing as just going long on ETH BTC, which is this chart over here. It's the ratio of Ethereum against Bitcoin. I would say that that's probably the better opportunity, is to find a way to actually just long ETH BTC as opposed to actually going, you know, short on perpetuals against Bitcoin and long on Ethereum. Yes, it will hedge its way against each other, but now you're taking two trades, which means you're taking on double the risk. Whereas what if you could literally just long ETH BTC? If you thought ETH BTC was going to go up, why not just long literally this exact chart? Well, you can actually do that, right? If you go into Prime XBT, I don't know if there's any other exchanges that offer this. I think the only one I've seen it on is on Prime XBT. You can actually take out a perpetual long and literally just long ETH BTC, and then you can stay long on Bitcoin in your spot. You can stay long on Ethereum, and then if you want the perpetuals, so the leveraged long, take it on ETH BTC over here on Prime XBT. So again, we still need to reclaim some key levels, but you're seeing some real signs and symptoms of a potential break over here. So we'll go over the lower time frame levels of where you're looking to bid that. This is kind of what I'm looking at. By the way, before we continue with Prime XBT, have a look in the link in the description below. There is a link there. Use that link. You can claim yourself a sign-up bonus. So there is a link to Prime XBT. Let's quickly scroll down. Where is it? Over here. It's near the bottom. There you go, Prime XBT, get up to a $7,000 sign-up bonus should you want to actually go and do that, to go long on ETH BTC. Now, on Ethereum, this is the daily time frame. This is more or less what I'm looking at, right? I'm looking at something like this. Now, it's just a question of which line we follow. I'm not really bearish on Ethereum USD over here. I'm not thinking there's going to be some massive bull trap and a breakdown from this point. I think that it's a question of, do we follow the white line or do we follow the yellow line? I'm more inclined to believe we're going to follow the yellow line, which is just a continued chop around this region over here, between about $3,500 and $4,000. We're going to just continue to hover and chop there. That will start to print a very, very big bull flag, right? You have price moving up, and then you start to create the flag formation, and then you have continuation higher. But if you do get a deeper pullback, I don't want you to get shaken out. Theoretically, you could come honestly as low as $3,200 on Ethereum, and that would still be bullish. Why do I show that? Well, or say that because if you look over here, this is a massive fair value gap, right? The fair value gap taken from that little wick over there. You got the big up moving candle. You have this little wick over here. This is an absolutely enormous fair value gap where anywhere into this zone is fair game for new buys, right? Where you don't want to break below is the bottom of this massive candle that moved towards the upside on Monday. So for a lot of the coins that you're looking at, your invalidation is going to be the big wicks or excuse me, the big candles in the bottom of that wick of the big candle that occurred on Monday. Get below that and you'll start to stop out of your longs. And then we say massive, huge bull trap was in the making, and we're going a whole lot lower. I don't think that will be the case though. So stock markets continuing to push up to new all-time highs is looking very, very good. You have Coinbase reclaiming the range low, which is also a good sign. You have the VIX compressing to very, very low levels, right? So Sven says, I see we're doing this volatility compression thing again. Party on until the next blow up and bail out, right? So you want to watch this. When the VIX goes up, it usually means the stock market goes down. This is where bull markets take place, right? As the VIX contracts into these low levels. This is 2007, right? If you look over here, 2007, you guys remember what happened next when the VIX spiked towards the upside? That was one of the biggest recessions we've ever seen. Here was 2017, 2018, where the volatility index contracted into that level. We had a massive bull run. As it spiked out, we went into the next bear market. Now, should you be scared? Absolutely not. as the VIX contracts over here, you can get major parabolic runs. But please look at the timing of this, right? Look at the timing of this wedge, right? He has a falling wedge over here. I know, very sloppy, but nevertheless, falling wedge, spikes up. Falling wedge, spikes up. We have a little bit of a falling wedge developing over here. And look at the timing. It comes into that 2025 at a big push 2026. Now, this is more denoted to, of course, the stock markets, but we can still use it in relation to crypto because the stock markets tend to drive first and drive crypto, and crypto follows whatever the stock market's doing. So what does that mean? That means that theoretically, as long as we keep contracting into this region over here, expect big moves towards the upside. That's bull market territory. And then we're looking in line with that 18.6-year real estate cycle, where you're going to potentially get to a major top within real estate and then stocks and crypto. Crypto might peak before that. Point being, 2025 is definitely going to be the time to start to take profits and be cautious. Now, if you do want to trade more, stock market related trades, you want to trade Forex pairs, commodities, things like gold, silver, oil, and you also want a long ETH BTC. Again, you can do that on Prime XBT, claim your sign-up bonus, use the link below. You can choose, you want $7,000 sign-up bonus or up to, depending on how much you deposit, or would you prefer 25% discount on trading commissions forever? Then select that option, put in your email, password, sign up, register, and you should be good to go. Now, let's have a look at some of the altcoins over here. By the way, Hardest, can I just see the viewers? Just double check if everything is correct on your side. Let's have a look over here at the altcoin cycle. Now, what can you expect, right? What can you expect over here? Altcoins, welcome to the Q2 altcoin hype cycle. The altcoin bottoming out process is in progress, and we are right here. We covered this a couple of days ago, right? Coming into May is where you expected a major bottom, and as we go into June, July, you expect that this sine wave will slowly start to roll over and uptick, right? Move towards the upside, and you tend to move through those waves. That's where you ultimately want to start to take some profits when you get into that zone. And all in all, it's looking very good for continuation. So this is where we're at. This is where we're at. So we want to find the strong coins, right? This is where you see total 3, right? So if the sine waves are correct, you expect total 3 will do something like this, break above, and then we'll have continuation later on going into July. So in July, we should see some major breakout on total 3, which is where your altcoins go ballistic, which is why yesterday we outlined some of the stronger looking altcoins, one of which we said was 𝗕𝗘, right? We said if ETH is going to run, 𝗕𝗘 is a top contender. We said we also can look at some of the layer 2s like Metas. There's, of course, Arbitrum, Optimism, but you really want to play in line with where the liquidity is at and where the momentum's at. And I think the top pick is honestly 𝗕𝗘. 𝗕𝗘 coin continues to rally up. So we'll get to those coins in the altcoin requests, which are coming up in a moment. If we look at the longs to shorts over here, currently it's about a 2.5 to 1 ratio, so 2.5 longs to 1 short. So it's a little bit neutral in this region, right? Because the market is obviously chopping around and scaring people out. So now's your opportunity to find the next big bet. Now, long-term cycle bets, this is something very interesting that came up, right? So like I just showed you on Prime XBT, you can trade crypto, stocks, commodity, and Forex pairs. What about within crypto? Well, Meow says over here, imagine a world where highly liquid markets for Forex, stocks, real-world assets, all crypto assets, wrapped or native, commodities, everything all sits in one single state machine. And you can transact across all of them in a single atomic transaction, taking 1 second at a price level of $0.002, right? Very cheap. Coming your way in Solana X Jupiter. So something is brewing over here with Jupiter Exchange. There is a tweet from Jupiter where they mention their giant unified market initiative, which looks to be doing exactly this. You can see over here, you got everything: Forex, futures, real estate, T-bills, gold, stocks, bonds, energy, commodities. What do they have over here? Mutual funds, private credit, Bowden, so meme coins, WEN, WIF, Bonk. this would be absolutely enormous, right? To bring all assets on to Solana and index them onto Jupiter, allowing all assets to be accessible by millions with any token atomically. Huge, huge, huge news. Okay, so we have to look at Solana. We have to look at things like Jupiter. I don't know if this has caused any sorts of bids into Jupiter yet, but we're going to have a look in just a moment. So again, there's the ETH chart. Let's quickly have a look at Solana. How is Solana doing? Now, Solana consolidating at these levels, is it bearish? No, not by any means. What did I just say? Remember, mark out Monday, right? Mark out the Monday candle over there. All you have to do is simply focus on the lows of Monday. So grab your magnet over there, go to Monday's candle, mark it off on Solana, 167. As long as we remain above 167, it's still pretty bullish. And with Solana, even if it did happen to just lose that level over there and drop down into here, that's still technically support, right? And ultimately we're trading it back to the top side of the range. So the question is, do we get a deeper pullback here on Solana, or do you simply just consolidate and then shoot straight to the top of the range? At the end of the day, the trade that I took down here, I'm still targeting the top side for about a 65% move. That's going to be coming in at $200, right? $200 to $205. Now, let's have a quick look. Jupiter, what's happened on Jupiter? Okay, Jupiter. Let's just quickly grab that. Jupiter USDT. Okay, Jupiter spot. Let's have a look at this one over here. How is Jupiter doing? Any news off of that? Well, not too much, but similar to what I've mentioned to you guys multiple times, if you've been watching the show for a long time, you expect these kind of S formations in new coins, right? So I would be viewing this as a major bottoming process over here on Jupiter. You're looking at something like this and then continuation higher. It is coming into a key level at the moment and it's got some work to do to get above that. So this is the zone over here. I'd like to see a bit more. Let's get properly above the yellow box, hold and defend this level of support, and then you should have continuation onwards and upwards. So that is Jupiter. We'll do some more of the altcoins towards the end of the show. So get your altcoin requests ready. Please start dropping those in the chat. And a quick mention on the political fi meme coins, right? Political fi meme coins. Ryan Salka says you can now support the first pro-crypto major president candidate, President Trump, with crypto, right? They're accepting crypto. Look at this. They cut the picture of him out. There's a picture of him on the left over here. I still have that one. I need to find that. Now accepting crypto, you can donate in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, USDC, Dogecoin. I don't know what these tickers are over here. And of course in Shiba Inu. The only question that I have is, what are they going to do with that crypto? Because I would think they're going to liquidate it immediately. So I don't know if it is net positive in the end, right? Their marketing has to outperform or bring enough attention into crypto compared to their sell orders. But Ryan Salkus, again over here, this is the power of Trump within crypto. The crypto natives seem to love him. In 1 week, this is what he did. He sparked a $200 billion crypto market rally. He forced Senate Dems into submission on SAB 121, where they ultimately filed that change with the exchanges. They forced the resignation of the FDIC chair. They forced the SEC to reverse course on its ETF approval, and they upped the FIT 21 odds of passage. So all in all, they created these spikes, right? That's as per Mazzari's report over here. They created those spikes. Now, there's a couple of coins that you can look at. We've already covered the likes of Bowden. We've covered the likes of Tremp. There's, of course, Elizabeth Horan. And now there's another one, right? There's another one over here I've put on my watch list. Now, I'm not advocating by any means that you have to go out and buy this, but it's Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, of course, is Nancy Pelosi, the insider trader, one of the most well-known insider traders in US, or at least within US politics. And ultimately, this is the chart, right? Forming a little bit of an uptrend over here with high highs and high lows. It is range bound, so support, very low market cap at 4.8 million. So please be super careful if you do go out and you have a look at this. Now, that's not the reason that I'm bringing it up. I actually have a giveaway for you guys. So let's see if my scheduled tweet went out. Yes, it did during the show. Perfect, 18 minutes ago. go through to this tweet over here. I've added this, as I mentioned over here, the political fine meme narrative onto my watch list. There's the chart. Drop your Solana address. Go and drop your Solana address like these guys just did now. I'm going to pick from there. I'm going to be giving away $3,000 to some of the comments over here. Just a giveaway to you guys. Go and have a look. We'll do $500 to each address that we choose. So 6 people, $3,000. Just a little bit of a fun giveaway. The other coin that I'm looking at over here is 𝗕𝗏, right? Now, if you look at 𝗕𝗏, we'll go into the daily time frame. 𝗕𝗏 from Volument with VSwap is creating a strong base of support over here. Long-term accumulation. Remember what I just said with the newer coins. You expect to see a little bit of an S curve like that, where you see reaccumulation. So if I do see some signs of strength over here for reaccumulation on Volument, I'll be looking to bid this region over here. I think that's an easy entry with stop loss below these candles. So if you gain acceptance below this level, of course, then we have to stop out and look to the next zone. But you can see it's been held relatively strong with 6,290 holders over there. And a reminder, what is MintSwap from Volument? Well, that's where you get the 70% reduction on fees. So I am placing a small bet on them for the duration of the cycle. Compared to what you're getting on Uniswap, you're getting 70% less if you swap, and they have pretty high liquidity. Go to the link in the description below. You'll find it over here. They are one of our sponsors. So which other ones are we looking at over here? Let's have a look. I want to go into, okay, let's see how's 𝗕𝗑𝗢𝗓 doing. So I think the cat's out the bag with 𝗕𝗑𝗢𝗓. It looks like they've created some sort of a gaming experience. I haven't actually had a chance to try it out myself yet. It launched last night. Go through to the 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓 Twitter page if you do want to find out more. So we can go over here, 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓. Let's quickly go to 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓 on Solana. I'm sure they've tweeted about it. Here it is. Look. Ultimately, I don't want to say too much. Take a 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓𝗓, play games for free, win tokens, and get rich. So they've created some sort of a GameFi platform. So if you want, go and have a look at that. But I really want to see 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓 reclaim this level. I always call a spade, and I'm completely honest with you guys over here. We really need to see 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓𝗓 get above these candles over here. These 2 candles that drove price down, that level must be reclaimed. That being 10 cents, right? We need to see 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓𝗓 do this. 𝗕𝗓𝗢𝗓𝗓 must get above 10 cents, and then we can target mid-range, and then after that, all the way up to the range high. So that's that one. What else? Let me quickly scan through over here if there's any other noteworthy ones to mention. We've been through Based AI. We've been through 𝗓𝗓 Coin a whole lot. You guys know it. Those are on our list. Very few influencers or YouTubers have even spoken about it. We posted about DGen as well yesterday. Look at that. Beautiful. This was covered at these lows over here in the Whale Room Discord. For the private members over there, we're showing range low, reclaim, breaking the trend line. We got the move back above. We're now targeting up to mid-range over here at 0.035, and thereafter we can go up to 0.05. So with that being said, let me know what other coins are we going to be looking at over there. Let me know what other coins. Drop it in the comment section over here. I am monitoring it, so drop it in the comment section, and let's get going. Okay, what about Link? You say, what about Link? Let's have a look at Chainlink. How is Chainlink doing? Another thing with Chainlink, I've been trying to think like far ahead for the market as well. What could potentially come next? Well, obviously, you know, when it was the Bitcoin ETF, that started to get priced in, price started to grind up. Then people started to look, well, what could the next logical ETF be, which was obviously ETH. And ultimately, now ETH has started to move. Now that ETH is starting to move, they're wondering, well, what's the next? What's the next big ETF narrative, right? Some believe Solana, some speculate Dogecoin, others speculate Chainlink. Either way, I think it's noteworthy that you should probably go and create a list and create absolute painful entry zones, right? Or painful zones where holders will get absolutely wrecked like they did on Ethereum, and look for opportunities to get your entries. And I think Chainlink should be one of those coins. So Chainlink still range bound over here. We did deviate the top side of the range. We came back down. That was support to buy, pushing up into resistance over here. Now the question is, do you consolidate into resistance on Chainlink and then explode through? Either way, I do expect a little bit of time to pass before you see the next major move up. It's either that or you go go for a deeper pullback to the mid-range, which would be about $14.50. And then we're looking for continuation, reclaim the range high, and then you can shoot towards the upside after that. 𝗕𝗬𝗕. Okay, how's 𝗕𝗬𝗕 doing? Still consolidating at those highs, similar to Chainlink, right? In order to explode or break through this top side over here, you'd want to see a continuous grind into this region. It needs to take time, build up enough pressure, and then it'll push through the top side over there. AVAX, how's AVAX doing? So AVAX hit the support level over here at $30, pushed up. It started to reclaim the mid-range. If it defends and holds this mid-range, now you can continue to target up to $53, which is going to be your range high. Other coins, let's see. So all in all, I mean, to summarize what I've been saying so far, guys, I think that it's all a buy the dip opportunity right now. If you start to take out Monday lows, then that really begins to change the picture, right? That's where things begin to change. Also, another thing to mention on 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗕, right? On 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗕, you guys can see you've helped me a lot. We've got into the top 300 now, but we still haven't caught run yet. If you do want to assist, there's a link to 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗕 below. There's a lot of benefit for you using that. You'll be getting gummy airdrops if you use it. Also, you'll be accruing points over here on 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗕. All you have to do is go through to this section so you connect and then make a few swaps, right? It costs you $3 to swap. But you'll be made up, that will be made up in the points that you're going to accrue in the form of the airdrop. You get gummy airdrop, you get 𝗕𝗔𝗕𝗕 tokens when they launch their token and they do the airdrop. And then on top of that, you'll be helping me put a little bit of mud in Rand's face. That's all that I want. That's actually all that we need is we need to beat Rand. We need to beat Rand. We're at 269 now. I think Rand is at 30, so we got some work to do. But if you do want to help, I'm going to be giving away as well Commonwealth tokens. So the wealth token to a lot of those who have participated. And then quickly going back to the Twitter post that I had over here. Where's the Twitter? Let's go back over here onto my tweet. Going back to this tweet for this $3,000 giveaway. This will be done today. Let's say we'll give it a bit of time for the later viewers who want to get in. I'm going to say by Rand Show. By the time Rand Show goes live, we're going to do the giveaway. The money should be in your wallets, and we'll do an updated post so you guys can fully verify and see that that is in fact the case. All right, guys, that's it from me. Love you all madly. For the rest of you, I'll see you on Whale School this evening for the final workshop of this cohort. Love you all madly. Have a great day, and cheers for now.